Hey guys, Adam here from Life Grip. Improve mental health and prevent disease through nutrition, meditation and active lifestyles. Weight loss or attaining any sort of health and well-being goal, it doesn't need to be difficult. Too many people are trying to complicate things, and it's usually because of what's in the media, what's with marketing, that sort of thing. What usually happens is, I believe a lot of people want to actually do the right thing and actually want to implement some positive change into their health and well-being program or into their life. They want to make some positive changes, but usually what happens is, if you jump on Google and Google say healthy eating or how to lose weight or how to change my diet, then what happens is you get like 20 million links show up, and the top links on top of Google are usually from the companies that have paid to get to that position. Now, the ones that have paid to get to that position are there in order to sell products. And what usually happens is a lot of the links are full with sort of meal replacement products and that sort of thing, where people have to go and eat them. But what happens is when you're having a meal replacement shake or a meal replacement bar, is it's not achieving one thing. And the thing that I'm talking about is cravings. Like, if you go and have a meal replacement product, you're not getting rid of your cravings, and it's usually why people have gained weight in the first place, is because the craving has been so intense that you've had no choice but to give into it, and then you've gone and reached for whatever it is you normally reach for, whether that be soft drink, lollies, chips, cake, whatever. And until you can get those cravings to a manageable level, so you can say, all right, this is in front of me, but I don't really need to eat it. I could eat it, but I don't need to. That's what we want initially. And then as time goes on, you want to eventually get those cravings to disappear. They might come back every now and again, but it's on a very, very rare case. And even if it does, it's at a manageable level, so you don't have to give into it. Now, that's what the key is. But if you're going and buying meal replacement products, meal replacement shakes and bars, then you are just going to increase the intensity of those cravings. And then even if you do get to your goal weight, if that's why you started anyway, that's usually why people go on meal replacement products, is to lose weight. And even when you get to your goal weight, what do you do then? Like, you can't consume these products for the rest of your life. So what's there? What do you do? And what normally happens is you stop the products, you put all the weight back on again, and then you go back to the products again, because you're like, well, yeah, I had some success with those products. I know I can lose my weight, so then you go back there. And what I hear all the time is people will name these products and companies and different diet plans, and they say, I always have success with that diet. I always have had good results with those products. And all that tells me is that what they were doing was not sustainable, and you could not implement it for the rest of your life. What you need to do is find something that adapts to your lifestyle, your metabolic type, your goals, what you want, and implement something that will get you to that point, and you can do it for the rest of your life. So once you get to your goal weight, you make a small tweak so you can maintain that weight that you're happy with. But if you can't get to that point, if you don't know what to do to implement something that's sustainable, you're just going to be on this hormonal up and down, like a hormonal roller coaster, and then you're stuck. You won't be able to turn anywhere but back to the products or whatever that gave you the quick results before. So you can actually do everything you need through Clean Whole Foods. Like, I sell supplements. I sell protein powder and Australian grass-fed whey protein powder. Fits in line with your clean whole food nutrition. But there's supplements, right? Like, you don't have to have them. Supplements should enhance your clean whole food diet. But if you're taking supplements and that sort of thing, and you're not eating a clean whole food diet, then you're pretty much wasting your time. It needs to go hand in hand. You can't have one without the other, right? So no matter who you are, what diet you follow, you're going to benefit from clean whole food nutrition. And then where you go from there is start to optimize your food types, your food amounts, and your meal timing. And then if you are going to take supplements to enhance things even more, then those supplements need to be in line with that clean whole food diet. That only makes sense, right? It's not like there's no point spending all this money on good, clean whole foods and then throwing supplements into your body that's full of artificial things, sugars and that. Like, you're not going to get an artificial piece of broccoli, are you? Like, you're not going to go and get some fresh broccoli and then an artificial zucchini. Like, you're not going to do that. So why would you do something different with your supplements? Clean whole food nutrition, clean supplements go hand in hand. Once you're optimizing your food types, your food amounts, and your meal timing, that's when you start to feel better and better, and you're really optimizing the hormonal response you're going to get from every single meal that you eat. Now, if you go and feel good from a meal, then that means you should be able to do it again. But when you don't have a system to follow, then how are you going to reproduce that result? We want to reproduce those good results time and time again, so we feel better and better as time goes on. If you're having a meal that you don't feel good from, there's 3 things you need to look at. It's your food types. Maybe you don't metabolize those food types very well, or one of the food types that's in that meal, right? Maybe your food amounts were out, so maybe your protein to carbohydrate ratio is out. You ate too many carbohydrates in the one meal. That's what happens in a lot of cases, and you get a blood sugar drop. You'll feel fatigued after it, or the time that you ate that meal, usually in relation to your previous meal, was out of whack. And so when you do feel amazing from a meal and you haven't planned it, you've just fluked it, well then sometimes we get lucky, like we'll go to a restaurant, we'll go to breakfast, go to lunch and dinner, and for some reason we know we've just felt amazing after that meal. And we normally end up going back to those places, don't we? We normally go back to those restaurants and cafes because we're like, I feel really good. So, but then when we go and make our own meals, we don't do the same thing. We don't go, I'm going to make sure I feel good again from making another meal. So, like, why not bring that same that same point of view, that same angle of attack into your own diet, your own nutrition? Don't leave it to other people. Now, it's so much easier to do that when you have a system to follow. But when you don't know, how much food to eat of every food type that you're going to have and that sort of thing, then how are you going to put your finger on what worked and what didn't? It's all about becoming aware from how you feel hormonally after every single meal. And your meals should give you energy, right? They shouldn't take it away. You shouldn't feel fatigued after a meal, right? If you feel fatigued and bloated after a meal, then, and if that's happening every single time, people start to think that that's normal, but it's not. Like, I eat meals in order to have the fuel, the energy, the focus, and mental clarity for what I'm going to do after the meal, right? Yes, I still eat for some taste. I don't want to eat disgusting tasting meals or anything. I'm not crazy. I still like to eat good tasting food, but I do it in a way where I've optimized my food types, my food amounts, and my meal timing. And I just end up feeling better and better. And like once you're doing this, you balance your blood sugar levels, you reduce silent inflammation, and silent inflammation is the worst one, because normally inflammation, for example, if you kick your toe, you can feel it and you can see it, like your toe's red, but so you can see it and feel it. But silent inflammation is where you've got inflammation throughout your body, or in different parts or different organs, and you can't feel it. You don't know it's there. That's when it's not good, right? Because there's something going on in your body, and you don't know until it's sometimes too late. So optimizing your food types, food amounts, and your meal timing. I know I keep repeating it, but this is how you feel better and better. Reproduce the good result from the amazing meals that you're eating, don't just eat for calories. Eat to optimize your hormonal response from the meals that you're eating. This is the future of nutrition. This is what you need to do. You need a system to follow. Now, very, very soon, I'm going to be bringing out an online nutrition course, and it's going to have everything I would do normally in a 4-week consultation, a one-on-one consultation. I normally do weekly consults with a client over the span of 4 weeks, and I take a complete beginner from start to finish and create a diet that's adapted to that individual, so they've got a solution to implement for the rest of their life. And that's all they had to spend. They just had to spend that one-time fee, right? They got, amazing one-on-one support. I was always ready, to take a call. If I missed a call, I'd call them back, and they can SMS me. They can take pictures of, products and nutritional tables and anything else they wanted to do, and I would get straight back to them. So that'll be coming out very, very soon, and you'll be looking at that. That's at the moment it's about 3 weeks away. Okay, from today. There's one more thing that needs to be finished up on it, and it'll be done. So it'll be the only program of its kind. You'll be optimizing your food types, food amounts, and meal timing, and not only that, you'll get full phone and email support. That's a big one, because normally, like with online course and that's the thing, you don't get anything. You just pay for the course and you're just left on your own, or at best you might get some email support. So the reason the online course was created, it was out of demand, because there's only so many people that I can actually see during the week and see over the month, and if I take on too many, then I have to reduce the time spent with each client, and I don't want to do that. I wanted to leave it a high quality service, and you're going to get exactly the same thing I would do in a 4-week consultation, and you're going to have full phone and email support. And by the end of it, and you'll have lifetime access, right? And I'll be updating things all the time. You'll get access to that. So at the end, you're going to get a full system. So be on the lookout for that, and you'll see an email come through, or you'll see it up on the website. And remember, eat, think, and live clean. Cheers.